Nuts of all kinds. Hello and welcome to our channel More to Know. Today, we are going on a special tour. A journey to discover how nuts of all kinds are produced. From the walnut to the most expensive nut in the world. This tour will show how these amazing kernels are grown, harvested, and processed. It is a world full of unique methods, incredible facts, and even danger. The tour of the world of nuts begins with the walnut. The walnut. The walnut tree can live for 200 to 300 years. It starts producing fruit after 5 to 8 years. At 20 years old, one tree can produce up to 100 kilograms of walnuts. Some old trees can even produce 150 kilograms. There are many types of walnuts, like the English walnut and the black walnut. China is the largest producer of walnuts in the world. It produces more than 1.7 million tons annually. The United States is second, with about 600,000 tons. Walnuts are in high demand because of their health benefits and many uses. Walnuts are round fruits covered with a thick green shell. The fruits ripen between September and October. This is when the outer green shell cracks and the fruits begin to fall. Harvesting the fruit too early makes the kernel dry and worthless. Harvesting too late can stain the woody shell and reduce its value. To get a good fruit, the shell must be light in color and the kernel white. Harvesting is done in 3 or 4 batches. It can be done manually, by collecting the walnuts by hand or with a stick. In large orchards, huge vibrating machines are used. These machines shake the tree violently until the walnuts fall. Then, a special machine picks them up from the ground. Immediately after harvesting, the outer green shell must be removed. The walnuts are then washed with water to clean the woody shell. Then they must be dried. This can be done naturally, by spreading them out under the sun. Or it can be done artificially, by passing cold air over them. The goal is to reduce the moisture content to between 7 and 8%. Drying them quickly prevents mold from spoiling the kernel. The fruit is then stored in cool, dry places. They can be stored for about a year at 3 degrees Celsius. Or for 2 to 4 years in a refrigerator. Walnuts can also be peeled using peeling machines and then packed. Oil can also be extracted from the walnut. Walnut oil is very expensive and is used in food, perfumes, ink, and dyes. In Ukraine, it is said that planting a walnut tree repels flies. This information is unconfirmed. Now, let's talk about the health benefits. Walnuts are very nutritious. 100 grams of walnuts contain 654 calories. The calories are high, but they are digested slowly and provide a feeling of fullness. Peeled walnuts resemble a human brain. Because of this, many people believe they are good for intelligence. This belief holds some truth, as eating walnuts stimulates mental activity. Omega-3s participate in the process of brain cell formation. Medical sources say walnuts are beneficial for brain health. They may slow the development of Alzheimer's disease. They are also beneficial for heart health, bone health, and gut health. They can help regulate blood pressure and blood sugar. Walnuts also strengthen immunity and reduce inflammation. They may even reduce the risk of certain types of cancer. The hazelnut. Let's now move on to hazelnuts. They are used directly as a snack or in many food products. Ground hazelnuts are added to a number of chocolates, most notably Nutella. Hazelnuts are used in over 50 food products, including chocolate, hazelnut butter, ice cream, and many hot drinks. They are also used to make oil and in skin and hair care products. The hazelnut tree reaches a height of 3 to 6 meters. It continues to produce fruit for up to 100 years. Squirrels love hazelnuts. A single squirrel can collect and hide up to 2,000 hazelnuts. In Turkey, harvesting hazelnuts is a special social event. Families come together to help gather the hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are ready for harvest in the fall. The shells turn yellow. They can be picked directly from the tree or knocked down with a stick. They can also be collected with small machines. In some countries, they are harvested mechanically. A machine collects the hazelnuts from the ground using a conveyor brush. After harvesting, the hazelnuts are dried. This can be done manually by spreading them under the sun for several days. Or it can be done mechanically in a quick process. Once dried, they are peeled, packaged, and sent to stores. Let's quickly see the health benefits of hazelnuts. They promote heart health. They may help protect the body from certain types of cancer. And they can improve male fertility. They are a rich source of vitamins and minerals. And may help lower blood pressure and blood sugar. The cashew. Cashews are a popular nut with a rich, slightly sweet flavor. The cashew tree is native to Brazil. Vietnam ranks first in production, followed by Nigeria, India, and Brazil. Together, these countries produce over 90% of the world's cashews. The fruit grows only once a year. The cashew fruit requires extensive processing to be safe to eat. Without this processing, it is poisonous. The cashew plant contains a dangerous toxic substance called anacardic acid. The oil between the shell and the kernel can cause a skin rash. This toxic substance is removed through careful processing. Each cashew fruit produces only one nut. Workers separate the kernel from the fruit by hand. The most difficult step is removing the toxic oil. After harvesting, some of the toxic oil remains in the kernels. Workers often do this step manually using special gloves. This is because cashew kernels are fragile and machines can break them. However, some factories have developed machines that can clean the kernels without breaking them. After cleaning, the cashews are roasted to ensure the toxic liquid is completely removed. The next task is to remove the hard shell. This is a very difficult and delicate task. Workers peel the shells one by one. Each skilled worker peels about 2.5 kilograms per day. After peeling, the cashews are sorted by color, weight, and condition. The larger cashews are the most valuable and expensive. All of these difficult manual steps are what make cashews so expensive. The almond. Almonds are believed to have originated in the Levant. The majority of production now comes from California, followed by Spain and Iran. The almond tree is beautiful all year round. It can grow up to 12 meters tall. The beautiful flowers appear in early spring. Each flower turns into a fruit inside a soft, thin shell. When the almond ripens, this shell turns into a dry, woody shell. The almonds are harvested when the outer shell cracks and dries. This happens between July and October. Harvesting is done by shaking the tree. The almonds fall to the ground onto collection nets. In large orchards, giant vibrating machines are used. These machines shake the trunk violently, and the almonds fall like rain. Then, a machine collects them from the ground and removes impurities. The almonds are then taken to a facility to be processed. A roller removes the outer shell and any remaining dirt. Machines can then remove the inner shell, or the almonds can be sold unpeeled. They can also be roasted and sold as nuts. The pistachio. The pistachio tree is approximately 4 meters tall. The Aleppo region in Syria was famous for pistachio cultivation. Now, Iran and the United States control the global pistachio trade. They control between 70 and 80% of annual production. Pistachios are ripe when the outer shell changes from green to red. This happens in late August and early September. They are harvested within 1 to 3 weeks. The readiness of the trees for harvest is checked by shaking a branch. The crop should be harvested all at once. Harvesting methods include manual picking or using a stick to tap branches. Workers can also use ladders. The pistachios should not fall to the ground to avoid contamination. A cloth or plastic cover is placed under the tree. In the United States, large tractors are used to harvest. They shake the trees, and the berries fall into boxes or onto the ground. After harvesting, the shell must be removed immediately to prevent rot. This can be done manually or with machines. The pistachios are then immersed in water. The empty shells float to the surface, and the full pods sink. The pistachios are then dried for 3 to 4 days in the sun. They can also be dried in an oven. Once dry, the kernels become brittle, not hard. The pine nut. Pine nuts are delicious nuts added to food for their flavor. They are obtained from pine trees, which can reach a height of 30 meters. These trees can live for up to 250 years. Pine nuts are found in all regions surrounding the Mediterranean Sea. Most pine nuts come from natural forests, not farms. These trees need 25 to 50 years before they bear fruit. The fruit is only harvested once every 2 years. These factors explain its very high price. A kilogram can sell for more than $120. When harvest time comes, harvesters climb the tall trees. They use poles to knock the fruit to the ground. They can also use nails on their shoes to help them climb. In some areas, giant shaking machines are used. After the fruit falls, it's collected in large bags. An average of 4 to 6 bags can be filled per day. These bags are taken to a processing facility. Machines crush the fruit and extract the kernels. After cleaning, the kernels are sold with or without their shells. The Brazil nut. Brazil nut trees are gigantic, as tall as a 15-story building. They can live for 500 to 1,000 years. Brazil nuts can only be produced in the wild, not on plantations. A specific type of rodent helps spread the trees by burying the nuts. The tree produces melon-shaped fruits with a tough shell. Nut collectors in Brazil wait for the pods to fall naturally. They fall between November and May. Climbing these trees is very difficult and risky. Each tree sheds approximately 300 pods each season. The pods fall very quickly, so it's dangerous to stand underneath. After collecting the pods, workers crack them with large, sharp knives. Each nut requires strong blows to open. This stage exposes workers to many injuries. The nuts are then washed, dried, and transported to a roasting plant. The nuts are roasted with hot steam for 10 to 12 hours. After roasting, workers peel the nuts, a difficult and time-consuming process. Finally, the Brazil nuts are transported to different parts of the world. Brazil nuts are one of the best sources of selenium. They also contain high levels of protein, minerals, and healthy fats. They are important for heart health, thyroid health, and immunity. The macadamia nut. Macadamia nuts are the most expensive in the world. The price of 1 kilogram can reach up to $50. They are native to Australia but are also grown in Hawaii. It takes 7 to 10 years for the trees to begin producing nuts. The tree is harvested 5 to 6 times a year. It's not hard to know when they're ripe. Their shells begin to turn brown and split open. Macadamia nuts often fall to the ground on their own. They are collected manually or by giant harvesting machines. At the processing plant, the nuts are cleaned of impurities. Their thick shells are removed by machine. The kernels are then soaked in water to separate good nuts from bad ones. The good nuts sink, and the bad ones float to the top. Then, they are dried in the sun for 2 weeks or in special ovens. After drying, a machine removes the inner shell. The kernels are sorted by size and then packaged. Macadamia nuts can also be used to produce macadamia oil. Medical sources say these nuts promote heart health and can aid in weight loss. The peanut. Peanuts are eaten roasted and salted, or as oil and butter. China is the leading producer of peanuts, with over 40% of global production. The peanut plant is between 30 and 90 centimeters tall. It has small yellow flowers that are pollinated above the ground. Outro. The incredible tour of the world of nuts is complete. From the earth to the supermarket shelf, each nut has a unique story. If this video is to your liking, please like and subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell to not miss the next adventure. A journey into the amazing world of food production awaits. Leave a comment and let us know what to cover in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Peanut production. Peanuts are special because they grow underground. Unlike other legumes that grow on shrubs or vines. If the soil is heavy, it will be difficult for the fruits to penetrate. This makes the kernels smaller and harder to remove at harvest time. The crop requires warm or moderate weather for germination. It doesn't need highly fertile soil. Just a light to medium soil with good moisture and ventilation. Water is very important for the pods to form. But too much water can spoil the fruits. For harvesting, workers can extract the pods by hand with a fork. This is a very slow process. The fastest method is using harvesting machines. These machines uproot the plant from the ground. They then separate the fruits from the rest of the plant. After separation, the pods are packed into trucks. They are then transported for storage and drying. The fruits are dried by placing them under the sun. If the sun is strong, they are turned over for only 2 to 6 hours. If the sun is not strong, the fruits are left for 1 or 2 days. Once dry, they are placed on straw carriers so they don't touch the ground. Peanut oil. Did you know that more than half of all peanut production is used for oil? This oil is used in many industries. It has a pale yellow color and a nutty flavor that enhances food. 3 types of peanut oil are commercially available: crude, refined, and roasted. The first step in making the oil is cleaning. Foreign materials like dirt and stalks are removed. Then, the outer husk is removed because it contains no oil. Husk removal can be done manually or with a special machine. Removing the husk before pressing increases the amount of oil extracted. Next is the cooking process. Cooking helps break down the cell walls and open the oil-containing cells. Sometimes, the oil is pressed without heating. This is called cold-pressed oil. The peanuts are cooked at 90 to 100 degrees Celsius to a moisture content of 3 to 4%. Then, they are pressed and filtered using a screw press. The oil undergoes complex processes, including alkali treatment and centrifugation. Then comes the bleaching process. Finally, deodorization, followed by packaging. Peanut butter. Peanut butter is a paste made from roasted peanuts. It can have added oil or not. It is spread on bread, toast, or biscuits. It is also used in a number of breakfast and dessert dishes. The first step in manufacturing is cleaning. Peanuts are delivered to warehouses. Blowers remove dust, sand, leaves, and empty shells. Screens, magnets, and sizers remove trash, metals, and rocks. After this, the weight of the peanuts is reduced by up to 20%. The peanuts are then cleaned again, peeled, and classified by size. Then, they are dry roasted in large ovens. The peeled peanuts are crushed in a grinding machine. Salt and other ingredients are added, depending on the manufacturer. These can include dextrose, hydrogenated oil stabilizer, and other additives. The peanuts are kept under constant pressure during grinding. This ensures uniform grinding and prevents air bubbles. The product is then cooled. The peanut butter is then ready for packaging. It is automatically sealed in glass jars. Proper packaging is essential for reducing oxidation. Vacuum packaging technology is best for this. The jars are then placed in cardboard boxes for transport to the warehouse. From there, they are shipped and distributed. Nutritional facts. Finally, let's look at what medical sources say about peanuts. Peanuts provide protein, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They promote a feeling of fullness and can help protect against heart disease. Peanuts may also reduce the risk of gallstones. However, some people may be allergic to peanut protein. Peanuts are low in carbohydrates, which makes them a good choice for diabetics. But be careful, as they are a high-calorie food and should not be eaten in excess. As for peanut butter, it is a good source of protein. But some brands contain high levels of fat, added sugars, and vegetable oils. Eating too much of these can be linked to heart disease. It's best to choose peanut butter made from only peanuts and a little salt. Peanut butter is rich in many healthy vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But it also contains a large number of calories. As for peanut oil, it has many benefits and fewer potential health risks. A great experience with this exploration of nut production is now complete. The end of this video has been reached. Support the channel with a like and subscribe. Activate the bell to see the next videos.